Sounds good. So I'm Leah Miles from Clayton State, and I'm going to hopefully share my screen and present information to you about Clayton State University's dual enrollment opportunity. And I'll show it as a slideshow. Are you seeing it as a slide presentation?
Yes.
Thank you. So dual enrollment is an opportunity for high school students to earn college credit while they're still in high school. And I am Leah Miles. I'm going to present some information about our dual enrollment program for Clayton State University. So some very basic things about the dual enrollment program. Dual enrollment, again, is high school students earn college credit while they're in high school. And whatever grade they earn for the college level course is also going to be on their high school transcript. So it's taking one class, but you're earning credit in two different places. There is a cap on how many semester hours a student can take. And so it's a 30 semester hour cap. And for Clayton State University, that's the equivalent of about 10 courses. Another good thing about dual enrollment is that the funding hours for dual enrollment do not count against your Hope Scholarship credit hours. For Clayton State University, very important to remember, you have to maintain a 2.0 GPA with Clayton State to remain in the program. So you're saying, okay, I can get tuition-free college classes. When can I start? Where can I start? So our classes are offered summer, spring, and fall semesters. We have several locations: our Clayton County campus, which is in Morrow, Georgia, our Henry County campus, which is in McDonough, our Fayette County campus is in Peachtree City, and we have a large array of online courses. We also teach some college classes at high schools, and so you would want to check with your high school counselor and ask if we're teaching any college level courses in your high school as well. So what does it take for Clayton State University to be eligible for our dual enrollment program? Students have to complete the 10th grade or higher. That means you have to be a high school junior or senior. You also have to complete the participation and funding agreement. That's the application on the Georgia Futures website that says, okay, the state is going to pay for you to be in the program. You also have to be accepted into Clayton State University, and let's talk about some of those admissions requirements. So for Clayton State University, we only have 3 admissions requirements that you need to focus on. The first thing is getting us that high school transcript. We want to be sure that you have completed the 10th grade and that you're on track to complete everything that you need that's required for high school graduation. We also have to verify that you have that 3.0 GPA. Students also have to submit test scores. And so for Clayton State University, we accept the SAT, the ACT, and the AccuPlacer. For the SAT, the reading score is 480. The math score is 440. That's a composite score of 1050. The ACT is 17 reading, 17 math with a composite of 20. And the AccuPlacer test score is 237 reading, 260 math, 4 in writing. The AccuPlacer is actually one of the exams that we offer sometimes in high schools. So we can come to your high school in some situations, we can come to your high school and offer the exam at your high school. So we try to make it as convenient as possible. So where do you start? You say, okay, this sounds good. I already knew about dual enrollment. I know that I'm interested in it. The first thing you need to do is go talk to your high school counselor. You want to meet with your high school counselor, let them know that you're interested in the program. The next thing is to complete our college application. And so I mentioned a funding application on the Georgia Futures website, and this can be kind of confusing for some students because our college application for dual enrollment actually leads you to the Georgia Future website. So please be sure that you complete our college application as well as a funding application, okay? And then you also want to submit your high school transcript. And if you've attended any other college, we need that transcript as well. I wanted to share with you an example of what a class schedule could potentially look like. So most of our classes are offered 2 days a week, and this is a schedule that's pretty close to what we offer in the Henry County campus. So a student may take Monday, Wednesday at 8:50 a math course, Or on Tuesday and Thursday, they may take at 8:50 an English course. And that's 2 classes that they've completed, 1 class period. They could then take additional courses. Say, for example, they wanted to take econ at 10:15 on Mondays and Wednesdays and American government on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So that example is actually 4 dual enrollment classes, which is a lot. That's a heavy load. So we typically have students that only take 2 dual enrolled classes when they get started, and we really recommend that as opposed to taking 4 at one time. But that example shows you kind of how the classes are structured. Keep in mind, we do not have Friday classes for the dual enrollment program at the Academy. And finally, our last slide is the contact information. And so our contact information for our Henry County campus is listed there, 678-466-4633. And I also work with students from Rockdale County, Fulton County, DeKalb County as well. Our main campus information is listed there, as well as our Fayette County campus. But feel free to just reach out to me on the Henry County campus if you have any questions about the dual enrollment program with Clayton State University. Thank you.
Thanks, Leah. That was a great presentation and you covered a lot. So I appreciate that because that takes a little bit off my plate. My name is Christy McAbee. I'm with Gordon State College. I'm the program administrator for our McDonough site, located right next to Clayton State. We're inside the Academy for Advanced Studies. And a lot of our admissions requirements are similar to Clayton's, but there are a few differences. So I'm going to go over that in our presentation. Okay. And okay, so we're similar to Clayton State, and most of our dual enrollment students are going to be juniors or seniors. We do accept sophomores, but you have to have the high achiever Zell-Miller SAT or ACT score to participate in dual enrollment as a 10th grader. I believe those scores are an SAT of a 1200 and an ACT of 26. And you have to have those scores sent to Georgia Student Finance to have your funding in place, before your schedule's in place at the college. The other requirements are that the student has to be on track for graduation, and you have to have an academic GPA of a 3.0. And when I say academic GPA, that means that we don't factor in all of your classes. We're just looking at the academics when we calculate your GPA. So that's language arts, math, social studies, science, and foreign language. So we're not factoring in like physical education or a CTAE course. It's just straight academics when we're doing calculating that GPA. Okay, so if you want to apply, there's a QR code up there in the right-hand corner that you could snap a picture of, but you can also apply directly from the website at gordonstate.edu. There's a apply now selection in the top right-hand corner of the website. The dual enrollment applications are free, so that's not something that you have to pay for. If for whatever reason you're being charged online, you probably have selected something incorrectly, you'll want to contact the admissions office, but just know that you're not going to be charged an application fee as a dual enrollment applicant. The other requirements, just like Clayton State, we have to have an official high school transcript that reflects that you have a 3.0 academic GPA. And you also have to have qualifying test scores now. So you'll need a SAT, ACT, or AccuPlacer score. The scores that you need are listed on that table on the slide. The AccuPlacer is probably the most popular test for our dual enrollment students. I imagine that probably more than 70% of the students that attend Gordon for dual enrollment are admitted with AccuPlacer scores. The AccuPlacer is a computerized test. Most of the sections are untimed and they get their scores back immediately. So they're not waiting several weeks to get their scores back. So it's a little more timely than the SAT or ACT. We do have testing here at the McDonough site. We offer AccuPlacer testing here on select Fridays, and we have selected those dates. We'll have AccuPlacer testing here on February 25th, March 25th, April 22nd, and June 3rd. So just know that you have to make an appointment. You can just reach out to me to do that, and you can make an appointment to schedule to test on any of those dates. Or you could test, if you're not able to make it on one of those dates, you could test at the testing center on our main campus in Barnesville. So the dual enrollment funding's really important. Leah with Clayton State touched on this. The funding is covered for students up to 30 credit hours. That's about 10 classes at Gordon State as well. That's your freshman year essentially. So you can get your freshman year covered while you're still in high school, and you can, graduate high school and be, a year into your college coursework already. Your books and most of the fees are covered or provided by the college. So that's another unique benefit. And the dual enrollment courses, you're getting a dual credit. That's why it's called dual enrollment. So you're counting towards your high school graduation requirements and the coursework that you need to complete there too. Our coursework does transfer to other Georgia State colleges. We're in the University System of Georgia. And right now, the credit does not count against Hope funding. So that's another really great benefit of dual enrollment. Okay, so why might you choose Gordon State College? We offer classes here in McDonough at the Academy for Advanced Studies. We offer day and evening classes and a few hybrid courses, which are partially online and partially face-to-face. We also have classes on of course, our main campus in Barnesville, and we have a number of classes online, especially post-COVID. I know online is a really popular option for students, and a popular option for students logistically trying to still take classes at their high school. Again, we are a unit of the University System of Georgia. We were the #1 state college in the university system for dual enrollment participation in 2021. And dual enrollment students are eligible for foundation scholarships after they've exhausted their funding. So if we have a dual enrollment student who's used up all their 30 credit hours, they can apply for a foundation scholarship. That doesn't necessarily mean they'll be awarded a scholarship, but we have had a number of dual enrollment students who have received foundation scholarships. So the school system provides transportation to dual enrollment students who want to come here and take classes at the academy. So that's a nice, unique benefit. You'll just need to schedule your classes around the busing schedule. We offer math tutoring and virtual tutoring at the McDonough site. Students have access to a computer lab here. It's on the Gordon State College network, so it's just like you were on main campus. And you have a printer available here to you if you take classes here. We have a study room too for groups that are needing to study or work on a project. So you have that available to you. We do offer student activities every month here. And again, we have on-site AccuPlacer testing here on select Fridays. Again, my name is Christy Maccabee. I'm the program administrator for our McDonough location, and that's my contact information. And then our dual enrollment coordinator for the entire college, her name is Cynthia Jacobs, and her contact information is listed there too. Am I still sharing my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, let me see if I can figure out. I lost the Zoom screen. I don't know what happened to it. Meeting controls. Oh, here it is. Stop share. It's on my, I have two screens that was showing up on the screen over here. Okay, you're up, Leah.
Yay, getting it working. Let me know if you see.
Yeah, it looks good.
We
Okay.
see it.
Should be, there we go. All right, I am Leah Santerre with Southern Crescent Technical College, and I'm just going to go over our dual enrollment. It's slightly different than the others, so pay attention. My contact information will be at the end. So if you have any questions at all, please feel free to email me. Southern Crescent is a 2-year technical college, and I cover Henry County, so I will be the coordinator for your specific high school. We do offer core and program-specific classes, and the core has the potential of transferring out to a 4-year institution if you take the correct level of core and you earn a C or higher. We do offer 3 semesters a year, 2 full semesters of spring and fall, and then a mini sort of summer semester that starts in May. We also offer mini-mesters in spring and fall. A mini-mester is an 8 to 10 week course that's in half the time as a full semester, but with the same amount of information. So do keep that in mind when you are helping your students sign up for classes, or you are the student trying to sign up for classes. Mini-mesters are great for squeezing in classes, but do know that it is an accelerated schedule. Like it mentions here, fall will start in August, spring, January, and summer in May, but you need to start the process months in advance. Tuition fee and books are covered. There are occasional fees that you might be responsible for depending on the class that you decide to take, and we will be able to cover that based on your schedule. But for the most part, everything is covered. As touched before, there is a 30-hour credit limit. That is a total 30 hours. It is not per semester, and that is also within all of the colleges. So you can mix and match colleges, but just know that you have a 30 credit hour limit amongst all of us. You can no longer withdraw from more than 1 class during dual enrollment. After the second withdrawal, you're no longer eligible for dual enrollment, and you also are not eligible to repeat classes. So if you don't get a grade that you wanted in like an English 1101, you can take it yourself again, but you will have to pay for it. Dual enrollment will not cover repeated classes. So please keep that in mind. So eligibility. So we are allowed 10th through 12th graders. No 9th graders are allowed. And 10th graders can only take CTAE classes unless they score high enough on the ACT or SAT. And Ms. McAbee discussed those scores earlier. No high school transcript is required for us unless you're using those instead of test scores. Currently, we are allowing students to be admitted with just the transcript due to COVID. We are going to do that for 1 more semester in the summer, but I've got confirmation that in the fall, we're probably going to revert back to accepting only test scores or HOPE GPA. Again, I can help with these questions that are specific to each student, but I'm going to go through the list here. HOPE GPA is for only 11th and 12th graders. If you're trying to go in as a 10th grader, we have to use other test scores. Again, for the summer, we can use your overall GPA or the AccuPlacer. The HOPE GPA needs to be on letterhead from the high school counselor. You cannot send it to me directly. And the HOPE GPA is different than the overall GPA. Please keep that in mind. If you don't have 2.6, so we require 2.6 or higher for the HOPE GPA. If you don't have that, we can look at your test scores. If you took PSAT, SAT, ACT scores, we'll accept those. And I've listed those below. For degree level classes, again, not all classes have to be degree, so we can discuss that based on your specific eligibility. Again, this last bulleted point, if the scores do not meet the minimums or you opted out of taking any of the tests such as PSAT, SAT, ACT, we can currently waive the test requirements for the upcoming summer semester only. We will need a transcript from your high school counselor stating that you have a 2.0. But again, if you're looking to start in the fall, that will revert that back and we will need test scores. So you might have to come to a campus to take the AccuPlacer. So just to recap, For Southern Crescent, it is a paper application and I can email that to you. Please do not do the online application. You can try, but again, if it charges you a fee, I might not be able to get that back for you, and just kind of exit out and we can go from there. But just email me. It's a simple paper application. I need you to send me your test scores or have your counselor send your test scores based on Hope GPA, overall GPA, or the test scores that you submit. You'll need to talk to your high school counselor if they give permission. And then for me specifically, I have an advisement form that I require each student to turn in before I register them for classes. Without the advisement form, I will not register students. And it looks something like this. I can also email that to you, but it basically has your high school counselor signature, as in you've already spoken to them directly, which is what we need. Summer registration is available currently right now. If you're looking to take classes in the summer, you're more than welcome to start that process now. Classes do fill up very quickly, and I try not to waitlist my high school students because that is a whole nother process that's very difficult to get off of the wait list sometimes. So do keep in mind, it is easier to drop classes before they start than to try to hurry and get a schedule at the last minute. A few things I did want to note, that high school holiday don't always line up with the college holiday schedule. You must keep that in mind. If your high school is out on holiday, but the college is not, you must still attend the college class. Again, we don't have any hard and fast deadlines, but classes do fill up, and I do not like to waitlist high school students. So please get your paperwork to me sooner than later. And I only communicate to high school counselors and students directly. I'm sorry, parents, but we just need the students to take initiative and be the ones communicating to me. And we also offer no credit recovery. Please keep in mind that the grade that you earn on your transcript on the college will stay on that transcript. Do note also, the first 3 days in a semester are the drop add days. If you want to drop a class after those days, it will be a withdrawal. And in Henry County, that's typically calculated as an F. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. Here is my contact information. My name again is Leah Santerre. I do have an office in Griffin and in Henry, as well as the academy. So whatever works best for you, you can just send me an email. If we need to meet up, we can. I am in all 3 locations.
Okay, I think we just have one parent or student on. Do you want me to see, do you have any questions? Okay, well, if we don't have any questions, I'm gonna close out our dual enrollment information session, and when the recording's available, I'll send it to both Leahs, and I'll send it to Ms. Montgomery too. Okay, and then they can get it on the Academy website. Okay, well, y'all have a good night.
Thank you, ladies. Have a good
All
night.
right.
Okay, bye
Good to
y'all.
see you. Bye.
Bye.